Have you ever heard of a building getting into a feud with the President of the United States? Well, it actually happened. If you think that sounds wild, smash that like button and subscribe right now because you're going to want to stick around for this one. All right, so you know this building, right? The White House. It's iconic, it's classical, it's pretty much the symbol of American architecture. Kind of timeless. Well, believe it or not, the White House is in a full-on style war with this thing. A giant concrete fortress of a building that could not possibly look more different. So, wait, what? How does one building have official presidential beef with another? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. Let's get into it. So this whole thing kicks off with an official presidential order. Yep, a design decree straight from the top that completely rocked the world of architecture. And get this, I'm not making this up. The actual, real-life title of the executive order was, and I quote, "Making Federal Architecture Beautiful Again." Seriously. Okay, so what did it actually say? The new rule was pretty simple. From now on, the preferred and default style for all new federal buildings in D.C. has to be classical. You know, just like the White House and the Capitol building. So basically, this order drew a big line in the sand. It created an official in-crowd and an out-crowd for architectural styles. It's like a high school cafeteria, but for buildings. So on the hit list, no big surprise here. Modern styles like brutalism and deconstructivism were totally out. And on the approved list, pretty much anything that looks like it belongs in an old European capital. We're talking Gothic, Romanesque, you get the picture. And oh, they did not hold back on their descriptions. Just listen to how the order describes deconstructivism. Disorder, discontinuity, distortion, and the appearance of instability. Wow, it sounds like they were personally offended by these buildings. So you gotta wonder, what kind of building got them so fired up? Well, it really seems like the order had one specific structure in its crosshairs. Let's introduce the main villain of our story. Brutalism. Think raw, exposed concrete, huge, blocky shapes. I mean, the name kind of says it all. It's brutal. So what's the poster child for everything this order was fighting against? Drumroll, please. It's the headquarters for the Department of Housing and Urban Development, also known as the HUD building. But wait, it gets better. This wasn't just some outside opinion. The guy in charge, the HUD secretary at the time, actually went on the news and called his own office the ugliest building in D.C. You really can't make this stuff up. And this whole design obsession wasn't just about new buildings. Oh no, they turned their attention inward, right to the White House itself. So they really put this classical idea into practice at home. The historic Rose Garden lawn? Paved over with limestone. There were reports of gold ornaments being shipped in from Mar-a-Lago, and they even added cherubs to the decor. Cherubs! And the plans were huge. They were talking about a brand new ballroom for the East Wing, and the proposed price tag for it? A cool $200 million. All of this really brings up a huge philosophical question, right? Who actually gets to decide what's beautiful when we're talking about public spaces and public money? Well, the order claimed it was all about appealing to the general public. But, and this is a big but, it came with some very interesting fine print. It specifically stated that the general public does not include artists, architects, critics, or professors. In other words, the actual experts are out. So I'm going to throw this one to you. Who should have the final say in how our public buildings look? Should it be based on popular taste, or should we leave it to the experts in the field? I really want to know what you think. Sound off in the comments below. And there you have it, the absolutely wild story of the great architectural style war. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give this explainer a like and definitely subscribe for more deep dives into the stories you didn't know you needed. See you next time.